Good morning, church. Right now I'm in Oregon with my kids. We came to see the mountains and the ocean in the same day. Because when you're 11, 9, or 6, that kind of thing feels like magic. Honestly, even into my 40s, it still kind of is. I just forget to notice it sometimes. I think my kids help with that. We flew here and I refuse to get over flying. I refuse to stop believing and being amazed that we get into a metal cylinder, sit in chairs, and hurtle through the air above clouds, cities, and mountains, and end up somewhere completely new. My kids gasped as we took off. I felt the gasp within myself as well, but, I kept it together for the kids. On our first night on the coast, we heard about the earthquake across the Pacific, the big one. It barely brushed anything to do with Oregon. The locals treated it like Minnesotans treat winter storm advisories, somewhere between mild inconvenience and a polite disdain. But man, it was the ocean that did it for me on this trip. That big blue endlessness. It made me feel small, but in a really good way. Not like I'm unimportant, but humbled. Like I could be insignificant and deeply beloved at the exact same time. There's a short prayer that used to sit on President Kennedy's desk. It's been rolling around in my head this whole trip. O Lord, thy sea is so great, and my boat is so small. As a sailor, Kennedy would have felt this pretty regularly. I like to think that the office of president would have felt like the burden of history rests on your shoulders. And I think Kennedy had the awesome realization that his perspective on history would be limited. For me, when you stand next to a volcano, now dead, but was active when saber-toothed tigers were a thing, your life starts to feel pretty short. You look up at the night sky full of stars and you realize some of that light has been traveling towards your eyes for billions of years. And compared to me, how old am I? You hear a humpback whale breach somewhere off the coast and your soul just kind of shivers because there's something from the deep. And you realize how little you know about the world. And just when I'm teetering on the edge of an existential dread, one of my kids grabs my hand and the words of Psalm 8 come roaring back. What are humans that you are mindful of them? That psalm doesn't really answer the question so much as marvel at the question of our smallness and yet belovedness. And this feels right. There's something grounding about wonder, something holy in smallness. The smallness like my kid's hand. Or my middle son who shows me his latest drawing, an elaborate tangle of swords and samurais. Or my youngest barrels towards the waves like Poseidon himself. My oldest asks a question about tectonic plates, and I'm just too unqualified to answer that question. These moments won't solve all the world's or even my problems, but they have the power to shape. Wonder doesn't fix, it reorients. It whispers, yes, your boat is small, but you're not alone. And if wonder feels hard right now, if wonder really feels hard, if you're weighed down or stuck indoors or just numb, know this. God is still mindful of you. You don't have to feel it. You don't have to feel God's love. Be held by it. So today my prayer is this. May you feel inspired by your size compared to the beauty of creation. May you be grounded in wonder. May you find yourself surprised by joy, and may the one who made oceans, stars, samurai and the kids who draw them remind you that your life matters. I'll see you on Sunday. Yep, I will see you on Sunday, church. And I can't wait. Amen.